One take, no edits. She sits and knits. Almost every Sunday, I get odd looks from people as they walk past us on their way in and out of the church sanctuary. Hilda and I consistently sit in the very back of the church, right in front of the tech booth. We do our best to get as far into the shadows as possible in hopes that we don't get noticed. But we do, because my daughter does the same thing every Sunday. She sits and knits. She is always in hoodie and sweatpants, and always by my side. People start to sing, and she sits and knits. Folks meet and greet for that most awkward moment of church service, and she sits and knits. Ushers walk by collecting for the offering, and she sits and knits. The pastor starts his message, and she sits and knits as he talks and teaches. But then comes the altar call. She pauses her knitting. Sometimes her eyes close. Sometimes she stares into nothing. Sometimes she holds on to me for dear life as if I would vanish if she didn't. Whatever the message was about, she's processing it. She heard every word and it has hit home. The closing song, usually a hymn, she sings, but her voice is so soft. If you breathe loudly, you will miss it. But she is singing. No, she's praying. The closing song is her prayer. She knows every word, every note, and she is lost in the moment. As she comes to the end and people start to shuffle out, sometimes she is eager to leave. Other times she's still holding on to me. Either way, there is a scarf wrapped up in a ball, ready for the next service. I take people's glances in stride. They don't really know us. They've seen our faces for over a year, but only a few have ever stopped to exchange names, let alone stories. And it's because of her stories that I am grateful that she sits and knits. Because of the stories that she has never told me about her time in foster care before she came to live with us. Because of the stories of her life that she cannot remember or chooses not to. Because she didn't ask for her short life to go through as many changes as it has. So she sits and knits, scarf after scarf. And I am grateful. I am grateful that she doesn't fight me about going to church on Sundays. She doesn't go and gripe about going to church on Wednesday nights for youth group, where, yes, she sits and knits. I am grateful for the back row, under the shadow of the tech booth that we used to operate in a previous life. And I am grateful for a church that allows her the freedom to be herself. I am grateful for an environment that encourages her to sit and listen. And I am grateful that she is always by my side because I know she is listening to the songs and the message inside the songs. She is listening to the messages. She is learning about grace and forgiveness. She is contemplative of redemption and repentance. And she is healing from her stories. All the while, she sits and knits. If you like this story and you want to join me for more stories about what life is like after the adoption is completed, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll be trying to post more of my stories and my reflections as we go through this journey together, because adoption is never over.